Hey everybody, Namo here. Getting to another box today, and it's a pretty big one. It has a lot of big figures and even more little figures, if I remember correctly. So this time we're going to try and get through it quick without spending too much time on specific figures, because the last video was kind of long. Sorry about that, but from what I remember, there's not really many figures that I'm personally tied to that hold special places to me. That the ones that I'm passionate and love talking about. They're just some pretty cool figures, and it was actually the first box I packed up at the old house, and it was huge, and I thought I could fit all of them in it. I was wrong. I was dead wrong. But let's get to it. Alright, so here we go. Alright, first on top, I believe he's from the Cyber Squadron line. Found him at Walgreens, pretty cheap. It's Jetfire. It's a pretty basic transformation. He's kind of, to get his shoulders to move right, you have to put a lot of force into it, and it's kind of scary just to get him to pop out. See? And he doesn't look too bad in this mode. He's not that great in plain mode, but I got him because I wanted to do like an evolution, staggered step, evolution of Jetfire, and he works. Still need the G1. There's a few others I need, but they're not the G1 likeness. I mean, that one's not really the G1 likeness, but close enough. More than like Armada is. Armada didn't look like him at all. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. So here we have Thrilling 30 Springer. Mentioned when I was talking about Thrilling 30 Blitzwing that I had all the other triple changers for Thrilling 30. I know there's some that I'm missing. I will not ever get Double Dealer, since he's a recolor of Blitzwing, and Blitzwing is just kind of... No, I will not ever have Double Dealer, Thrilling 30 Double Dealer. I want the new one. He looks amazing. But yeah, there's Springer, and here is Sandstorm. I mean, remold, retool, recolor. I don't really like getting remolds, retools, recolors. It's kind of a copy of the same figure that doesn't look the same, but I mean, he's enough of a retool, and he's his own figure, and I had to jump on him. He's awesome. Both him and Springer, again, another one of those figures that I'll just do blindly, because their transformations are so much fun. As far as the Thrilling 30 triple changers go, those are the three I have. When I got them, I thought that was it. I've been versed since then. I will not have Double Dealer. I know there's a few others that I'm missing, but we'll see. And here we have Combiner Wars Defensor. Originally I had Rook and the Legends class groove, but I wanted to go for the G1 team. So now I have the deluxe groove, so he's G1 accurate. He's a great combiner. I love him, and I'm really wanting to get the upgrade kit for him because it looks so good. Here we have Power of the Primes Abominus. And again, another great combiner. Blot. One of the best, in my opinion, one of the best deluxe figures that they've put out in a while. His transformation is great. Some of the engineering that went into him is amazing. And he was so cool, and I love that they retooled him for Golf. I believe it's Golf for the Pronicons. Actually, a lot of these figures were retooled for the Pronicons. And that's great because the funny thing is he's a remold retool of, Silverbolt. But another great combiner. And again, another one that I'd really like to get the upgrade kit for, just to make him look even more G1 accurate. Now here we have Volcanicus, Power of the Primes Volcanicus. He's, as far as the Dinobots go, their Dino modes are great. Their robot modes are great. And from here down, he's great. But the torso with the broad shoulders, it doesn't work. And if you don't have these Power of the Prime gauntlets, I mean, they're supposed to go on the back of his feet so he's more stable. But if you don't shove them into his rib cage, he's so skinny and he looks like he's gonna fall apart. Again, another one I want to get an upgrade kit for. Problem with his upgrade kits, there's like 4 of them, and they all look amazing. And I keep getting told, you should get this one, the DX. You should get the Perfect Effect, the DNA. I know they're all great, and they all look so good, but it's really hard to decide on one. Alright, so here we have Siege Leader Class Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime. And really, I love him. I know a lot of people don't. But I think he's great in his power-up mode. Everything, all of his trailer added to him. And I know he's a remold, retool, recolor of Siege Ultra Magnus. But when I found out that Ultra Magnus looks just like RID 2001, Ultra Magnus, I had to get him. And then, of course, they look so much alike, and it's amazing. Of course, I showed him in the last video. But then they announced him, and I was like, well, what if you take his parts and put him on Ultra Magnus, or put Ultra Magnus's parts on him? Maybe you can make Omega Prime. That's his name. I kept trying to say Omega Supreme, but it's Omega Prime. I fixed it this time. And I tried it, and it was a disaster, but it was absolutely hilarious. And, that's honestly why I got Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime, just so I could switch the parts with him and Ultra Magnus, but it just didn't work out. And playing around with him, just by himself, he's amazing. I actually enjoy him. And speaking of, here is Siege Leader Class Ultra Magnus. He looks so good. But, I have the same gripes with the Siege lines, the War for Cybertron trilogy line figures, and them being so much shorter. I don't have a normal leader class with me at the moment. And I don't feel like getting up to get the ones I put on the shelf. But, I mean, this is Voyager size. Normal Voyager size. A leader class is about this big. That's my gripe. But other than that, he's great. And I know there's an upgrade kit. I watched the MGO video of the upgrade kit, and I want it just because it makes him look so much better. So here is Titan's Return Blitzwing. Not a stinker. He is so good. Great transformations. Great visuals. I mean, he looks amazing. He doesn't look skinny like Thrilling 30 when, his shoulders actually plug in. They don't fall apart. Everything works. I got this from a collector friend who actually was getting rid of some of his Chug toys. That's Chug is mainline. It's Classics, Henkei, Universe, Generations, and of course the Prime trilogy and the War for Cybertron trilogy fall into Generations. So this is a Chug toy. But he was trying to get rid of his Chug toys, and I had mentioned in our massive collectors chat that I was looking for a Titan's Return figure, and since he didn't want it, he was like, just give me your address and I'll send it over to you. And I can't tell you how many times I've thanked him for it. That was a baller move, definitely. All right, so here we have, and he dropped his quote-unquote gun. Oh, it goes in his hand. Here we have Combiner Wars Bruticus. And yeah, I know he's holding Shockwave. But technically, Shockwave is supposed to go with him due to IDW, blah, 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 blah. Great thing about him being IDW version is IDW version. Now he's G1 version. Now he's IDW version. I mean, there's no difference between the G1 team and the IDW team, other than the fact that they use, Shockwave as their main weapon. But, oh, his guns are back here. I was like, he's got a bigger gun, but I've got him back here. I didn't realize that. But another great figure. I have seen upgrade kits for him, but I'm on the fence with him because he seems amazing as is. And here we've got Skyrain. He's got a bit of a floppy foot on mine because Smokescreen here had to buy him off of eBay. And he came to me with some kind of generic, like it's third party, Power of the Prime, foot gun hand thing. And it's trash. It's not even the one that's supposed to go with him. It's actually Trailbreakers, but it's, as you can see, it's painted differently. Oh, no, it's not. It's actually Trailbreakers, but you can tell a difference in the plastic just by the feel. It's definitely a third party or something, or just one that's just they didn't want anymore, so they pawned it off on me. But here's Skyrain. I love the formation. I know people don't like to put Hound and Wheeljack and Smokescreen Trailbreaker on, Skylinks to make Skyrain, but technically that's how they're supposed to go. I know, blah, blah, blah. But I think they look great. My issue is these shoulders of Skylinks have no plug-in, so they move. And I've been waiting for an upgrade kit to fix that. And as far as I know, there has been none announced. And that's a shame, because I think he could deal with a good upgrade kit. Here we got Victorion. I love the fact that she's, the whole group is one color. And all their weapons combine You know, for one, she's a combiner. It checks one box. She's in the complete same color scheme. Checks two boxes. All her weapons combine into one massive weapon. Checks three boxes. You know, she's great. Excuse me. My issue is with these feet and her hips. Pyra Magna's hips. I don't know if you can see, but when I have her clicked correctly, her legs are not really all that straight. She either leans back, her torso leans back, or it leans forward. She's top heavy. These feet really don't provide much support. You know, and honestly, I can't remember all of their names because I stopped playing the TFUW game. Transformers or Earth Wars games. I stopped playing that, so I forgot all their names. But honestly, if the cars were supposed to be her legs, I think she would be more sturdy. I'm not really a fan of these helicopter molds. I mean, they overproduced them, and they're weak. They're really weak. They're not so bad as ankles, honestly. They're worse as arms, but these cars are more solid for arms and ankles, and I think that's her biggest downfall is the use of these helicopters. As you know, her ankles, they went wild with those. Oh, there's one of Skyrain's swords. Ooh, okay. Here we've got. Actually, this is the Earthrise Astro Train. He was the last Siege leader class figure. And because he was the last in the wave, I guess they decided to just release him again for the first wave of Earthrise. Which is great because my Walmart sucks at keeping Transformers in stock and up to date. I mean, they still have Wave 1 and Wave 2 of Earthrise on the shelves. You know, the current wave will show up and they're gone. And then it's just another box of Wave 1 or Wave 2. It's ridiculous. I have to do most of my shopping online, which for me really sucks because I'd rather have them right in hand. I think a lot of people are like that. Toys R Us closed down in Lexington, half an hour away, so I don't have that option. There's a Target in Lexington, half an hour away, because of the state of everything right now in the pandemic. I don't feel like leaving my town, driving 30 minutes just to go to a Target in hopes that there's something I want there. And so I was really happy that they released Astro Train in Earthrise for the first wave, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have been able to get my hands on them without going through Amazon or, paying a late fee on eBay, because of those people. So, don't care much for the backpack, but it is handy for storage. But otherwise, great figure. Highly recommend him if you can find him as Siege or Earthrise. Okay. Here is Leader Class Shockwave from Siege. Yes, I have all of his upgrade bits, and yes, I know, again, he's too small for a leader class, but I think these actually add a lot to it. I'm one of the few, I know, not many people like them, but I think they add a lot and give him a little bit more depth. He's a great figure to begin with, and they just add and make it better. Did have one issue with this hose, because the peg is really hard to, it goes in easy, but it's really hard to pull out, and I broke the hose where it connects. If you can see, there's a bunch of little white around the edge where I had to super glue it together, which I know it ruins a lot of the figure, but it's better than having a broke hose, just dangling there. Okay. Ooh, Seekers. Alright, here we go. So I have Siege Skywarp, Siege Starscream, and Siege Thundercracker. And again, like I said when I unboxed Hotpoint. Hotpoint? Yeah, I think that's his name. I love these Tetrajets, the Cybertronian modes. They're amazing. I loved them when I watched the show in syndication when I was a kid. And I love the look of them now. I love that they've put out, figures of him. Or figures of them. Put them into, those Tetrajets are amazing. Here we have Siege Soundwave with Laserbeak and Ravage. And I really enjoy him. I know it kind of sucks not being able to make him into a boombox, but they are fixing that with the Netflix release, and I will be jumping on that. Okay. Here is Titan's Return Top Spin. Yeah, because I don't think I have... Yeah, this is Top Spin. I don't have Twin Twist. That's right. Now, this is the Hasbro version, and as you can see, he's got the repro labels. Again, I got this one from the same guy who gave me Blitzwing. He is a master at putting those labels on, and I told him that. He looked amazing. And he told me that if I wanted to get Twin Twist and wanted them to look like that Top Spin does, I need to go for the Takara version or go for the Toy Hacks repro labels. And I'll probably be doing one of those too, so whenever I feel the need to get them. Here we have Siege Springer. Amazing figure. He's G1 accurate. The engineering's amazing, and he's so much fun. Another one I will blindly change, although I do have, for some of the bits in his chest, I do have to look and double check that I did something right. Alright, here is Siege Optimus Prime. I got him, and I was amazed at his engineering and thought this was the best Optimus ever made, and they would never top it. I was so wrong, because Earthrise is insane. That is an amazing figure, and I don't think we'd have him if they hadn't figured out how to do him, because half of his parts are reused on the Earthrise figure. I can't remember if he's part of Thrilling 30, but I know this is Generations Sergeant Cup. He's my only figure of Cup. I want to get the Titan's Return version, but this guy's pretty awesome. His feet are so big and clunky, but the spring mechanism in his chest to get everything to move right is pretty ingenious. Okay, I'm trying to get all the little ones around the edge of the big guy. So here's Siege Hound. Again, his whole leg becoming the side of the car just blew my mind, and I immediately went into the Transformers chat to discuss it with everybody because I was so amazed at it. And here we have Prowl. It's the same line as this Jetfire. And like I said, I can't remember. I want to say it's Cyber Squad. Again, it was at Walgreens and it was cheap. And it's so basic, but oh my gosh, he's leaps and bounds better than that Jetfire. And he's actually pretty decent, and his articulation is great. For as cheap a figure he was, he's pretty good, pretty wonderful. So one more little one than the big guy. And here we have Siege Brunt. Not really into the weaponizers, and with the Earthrise, I'm not into the. I don't even know what they're called. They're the Micromaster playsets that they've released, like Ironworks. I really have no interest in them, and I wouldn't have had any interest in these guys, except for the fact that they're the bits of the Titans that were missing. Brunt originally came with the original G1 Trypticon, and he wasn't with the Titans Return Trypticon. So I got him so that I could, set him right beside him. Still haven't figured out a fan mode to get him to actually combine into the base mode with Trypticon. But I know somebody showed me a picture of somebody had done it before, and I need to figure that out. Alright, now for the big guy. Titans class, it's kind of hard to get him into the shot. Let's try and set him, but there we go. Titans class Predacon, or Predaking. The Predacons form Predaking. He's missing a gun. There it is. Okay. So, first off, combiner. Box checked. Secondly, he's Titans class, so he's huge. Box checked. I got him, and he's great. I mean, the use of his hands, the use of his feet, the way everything comes together right here at the hips. His engineering's amazing. The individual figures, though, their beast modes are pretty terrible. Their robot modes are lacking and boring. But you put them together, and you get this beast. And I mean, I know there's upgrade kits for him too. I eventually would like to get them, but it's another one of those. There's multiple upgrade kits, and it's kind of hard to decide which one. Alright, now is Titans Return Perceptor. He's pretty great. I know Perceptor gets a bad rep sometimes because he's just an odd guy, but I enjoyed this toy. It was a lot of fun, and there is the official tank mode that calls back to his G1 toy, which is awesome. Okay. Here we've got Siege Prowl. He's a good figure, but he's so light. I mean, there's nothing to him. He's light. There's terrible articulation with the doors. But other than that, he's amazing. Needs some better paint applications. They did fix it with the Earthrise version, which I have on pre-order. So when they get here, I'll definitely have them in a video. Alright. Here we got Siege Sideswipe. He's pretty great. Wasn't too keen on him first when I first got him, but got him out of the package, transformed him. I like him. He's the only Siege figure that... Oh, I was about to say he didn't have ankle tilt. I just discovered that. I feel like an idiot now, and you guys just watched my spirit break. So, alright. Siege Spinister. I probably would not have gone for this guy if I hadn't watched Thu's G1 video of him, which he is my absolute favorite Transformers reviewer. I would say go watch him, but I need people to watch this too. Here is Titans Return Sea Spray. He's actually Legends class. He's actually really good. Found him in the clearance aisle at Walmart, so he was dirt cheap, and he's actually pretty great. Okay, so here's Power of the Primes exclusive Counterpunch. He was kind of hard to track down because, I was late in the game with him too. Siege Skytread. He's pretty fun. Kind of wish they did with him like they did with, is it Battle Trap? I think that's his name. They're the two Duocons, and of course Power of the Primes released them as separate Legends figures that turned into their own robot modes and then combined to form one. And I really wish they would have done that with him, but he's really good. I enjoyed him. Let's see, speaking of Battle Trap, we have him right here. So here he is. And of course, when I got them, I was wondering if you could switch their pants. And you can. And that makes me so happy. It's so stupid. I know it's so stupid, but it makes me so happy. I love it. Alright. I gotta hurry up with this video. It's running long again, and I'm sorry about that. That's a big box. I'm taking too long with this. Y'all are just sitting there bored out your mind. Sorry. Alright, here we go. Alright. Leader class, Power of the Prime, Evolution, Optimus Prime. And he's a great figure. Not really too happy with the truck mode, because of the legs hanging out, but it's great that they actually have a Orion Pax figure, and then he turns into Optimus. That's wonderful. I was sold immediately on that, just because that's so awesome. Alright. I don't know their names. I don't remember them. But these are the weaponizers. And yeah, I bought them on a whim when I was at Walmart. They were there. I thought they were cool. Because, from the 80s, of all the masters, I thought the Target Masters were the coolest ones. I hated the Headmasters, which is why I got a late start on Titans Return. But, Titans Return became one of the best toy line they've made in a long time. And I really regret and have been kicking myself for skipping Titans Return. Here we've got Siege Ironhide. And like I mentioned, I've got Prowl and Ironhide, the Earthrise figures, on pre-order. And they're pretty much the same figure, just a little different deco. Oh, I've lost a piece to Ironhide. That's it's one of these panels. These panels always fall off. It's one thing I don't like about him. But, you know, I've got the new ones coming. Oh, yeah. Here's another weaponizer. I believe this one came with Skywarp. I actually kind of enjoy him because it's a pterodactyl and it turns into an axe. That's just ridiculous and awesome. So here we have Siege Prowl. No, sorry. Mirage. Oh my gosh, I've got Prowl on the mind right now. So, Mirage. Okay, got Legends class Wheelie. I believe this is from Titan's Return. Yeah, because you put the Headmaster in there. Titan Master, Headmaster. He's so good for such a small figure, and you know, kind of annoying character. It's such a good toy. Okay, here we have Six Gun. He's going to go up there with Metroplex because, of course, he came with Metroplex, you know, G1 Metroplex. He didn't come with the Titans class, though. But I've got him, and he's going to be displayed with him. Same with Cog, because, you know, Cog came with Fortress Maximus. But he didn't come with the, you know, Titans Return, Titans class Fortress Maximus. So there he is to complete Fortress Maximus. And here we have Titans Return Chrome Dome. This one's kind of special to me, only because I went to Walmart sometime after Christmas. I was walking up and down the clearance aisle because they had some figures in clearance. That's where I got, I haven't opened him yet, so I can't talk about him. So I actually found his card. The blister pack was opened, and his chest, just his chest, was in there. So I went up and down the clearance aisle, pulling everything off the shelves, and you know, looking behind everything, and found every single piece. Cause some little jerk decided to open the pack and yank off, because it's all ball joints, yank off his arms, his legs, and even his, you know, Headmaster, and scattered them all across the store, or all across the aisle. So I found every piece, put it together, took it up to the cash register, told them what was going on, told them it was in the clearance aisle. They scanned it, and for some reason he wasn't supposed to be in the clearance section. But because, you know, he was, and because of him being scattered everywhere, you know, they were like, well, the clearance toys, the deluxe clearance toys are about $6 for right now, so we're just going to run them up to $6, and that was awesome. You know, I found him, I saved him, and they even rewarded me kind of for it. Excuse me. So here's Power of the Primes / to complete the Dinobots. I know she's not G1, and I know she's just now been introduced. But she's a great figure. You know, I actually enjoy her, and I don't really like the hate that comes with her. You know, the heat she gets, it's unwarranted, because she's actually really great. Here's the other Target Master that came with Skywarp. And the last figure in the box, because it seems it's going to be another 40-minute video. Sorry. It's Titans Class Devastator. What a way to end this video with the biggest, baddest combiner they've ever made. So, until next time, I've got one more video to make. It's the special things that go in my glass case. Boxed them up yesterday. They're not in one box, they're in two, but there's still just a few of them. It won't be that long. I might be be talking about them a little bit, but it's definitely not going to be a 40-minute video. God, I'm so sorry. But after all these are done, I'll be back to my video game videos. I'll be doing reviews, and I'm going to try to keep everything under 10 minutes. Unboxing videos tend to be long sometimes. I mean, Thu had some pretty long videos because he had so many boxes. He eventually had to pull down his his P.O. box so people would stop sending him stuff, because he stopped doing reviews just because he had to keep opening boxes. So I shouldn't be doing too many unboxings after this. Stuff comes in, I'll put up a video unboxing it and immediately reviewing it, and it'll only be like one figure, hopefully, not like massive boxes of, God, I didn't even count. So I don't honestly know how many I just showed in this video. It was a lot. It was a big box. It was a lot. But this should be the last long video. So stay tuned, and we'll get to other videos, shorter videos that are going to be a lot more fun. This was fun. I love I love going down memory lane. So stay tuned. We'll get to it.